Welcome to Violet's DIY Style. I'm Violet. If this is your first time to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Also, click on that bell button so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And if you enjoy this tutorial, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and share with friends and family. So today I'm going to share with you how I made this beautiful Victorian stand for Easter using Dollar Tree supplies. The first thing what we're going to have to get is one of these wreaths and these adorable signs. Now I thought these were really pretty signs, so I thought this would be perfect for a stand. Then I went ahead and got one of these twig wreaths, also from Dollar Tree, removed the hanging jute twine from each sign, and then I just kind of played with it and figured out how I wanted to add them onto my wreath. Once I decided which way and how I wanted to add them on, I went ahead and added some E6000 and hot glue onto that area in order to attach my signs. I also used little pieces of wood that I had already previously used for some other projects just to use as a stand in order for it to be leveled so the sign could dry nice and correctly. And I do recommend you use some kind of permanent glue. Like I said, I'm using E6000 just because since you're only gluing a certain part of the sign, you want to make sure it stays nice and secure. And make sure you allow this to completely dry before you flip it over. And then you're going to use some building blocks or any kind of wood pieces that you may have. And you're going to attach them to each side of the wreath just to give it some more stability and make sure it's nice and secure. I absolutely love the way these signs looked. So as soon as I found them, I knew I wanted to make something with them. They were just so pretty and so classy looking. So next, after you allow everything else to dry, go ahead and get any kind of sticks that you may have. I'm actually using 2 of the shish kebab sticks just because I didn't have a thicker one and I wanted to make sure that it was nice and secure. And then I'm just kind of pushing them and threading them in through the wreath itself. And then I'm going to attach them to the bottom sign and the top sign. Again, using some of the building blocks that I already previously had, but you can also just get a package of these from Dollar Tree and then stack them just to make everything nice and leveled. And then just make sure you hold on to it until everything is nice and dry. And then what I did was just add some more glue and just to make sure everything was nice and secure. I set that aside and let everything dry completely. And while that was drying, I went ahead and grabbed some wire ribbon. And you can pick any kind you want, and that's about 6 inches in length. And I just cut a few pieces of each of the ribbons that I'm using. Then I just kind of put them all together and trimmed each one of the sides of the edging. And I absolutely love this new mesh that I have at Dollar Tree. I had seen somebody else post that they grabbed a few colors. The one, when I went to the Dollar Tree in my local area, they only had one certain color, but of course I picked up as many as I could because I thought this was absolutely beautiful mesh. So just go ahead and attach them all together using any kind of bow style you may want. I'm just using the simple bow style that I kind of use a lot, where I just grab them and pinch each one of the ribbons together and just to form a bow. And then just grab any kind of zip tie or jute twine or ribbon just to tie everything together and make sure everything's nice and secure. And adjust your bow. Then I also found these adorable carrots. I had never seen these before, and there was only actually about 3 packages at the store that I went to, so of course I picked all 3 packages up. But you can just go ahead and remove them from the package, adjust them, and what I did was just glue each one of them together just to make kind of like a garland with both of them. And then I went ahead and grabbed some greenery. And now this is greenery from Walmart, but of course you can use Dollar Tree greenery. They do have some really pretty lavender greenery that I think will look really adorable on this kind of stand as well. And just all I did was play with the greenery and add it through around my wreath just until as much as I wanted. I didn't really want that much of it, but I did want to add pops of that green around my wreath. And once you like where the greenery is at, you could just leave it as is. That way you can remove it, or you can just add a little dot of glue on each one of the stems and then place it right back where it belongs. And that way it'll be permanent. And on the bow, all I did was just grab the 2 carrots and I kind of played with them and figured out where I wanted them, glued them onto my bow. Then I had one of these adorable little wood pieces that are rabbits that I had gotten, and I just placed that right in the center of my bow. And since I still had quite a few pieces of greenery, I decided to go ahead and add some more on the other side of my wreath, just to play with it and add it all throughout. And there you have it. And what I did in the bottom, just before I placed it into the stand, the pot that I'm going to use, I went ahead and grabbed some more building blocks just to make it thicker in order for it to be nice and secure and stand into the pot where it won't be tilting and you'll have enough surface in order to glue it onto your pot. So just put 2 stacks of building blocks together, and then into this tin can that is from Dollar Tree as well, I went ahead and added some E6000 hot glue on the bottom and just held it in place and let it kind of dry a little bit before you move it around. But I did put the stand right into my pot. And then I also decided to go ahead and add some rocks into my tin pot in order for it to be nice and sturdy and secure. Once everything was nice and dry, I grabbed some moss and then I just covered up all those little stones in the bottom of my pot. And then just played around with the rest of the greenery and put it into the pot as well. And there you have it, an adorable Easter decoration, very farmhouse Victorian style if you ask me. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, again, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and share with friends and family. Until next time, you guys stay blessed. Bye.